See, isn't that funny? I always feel like every time we're in this mansion, sirens.
No, every time we're in this basement.
You keep coming here, but you don't help us. Why? Why don't you help us?
Shh. Is that you? Was that you?
I mean, you just breathe.
Was that you? Are you all right?
Yeah, they have toe tags though.
I heard you. You all right? Hey, dude, he's messed up.
Hello, I'm Todd Wolfe, and welcome to the haunted Wolfe Manor Hotel. In tonight's episode, we're going to be doing things that have never been done before here at the Wolfe Manor. The Wolfe Manor Hotel is located in Clovis, California, formerly known as the Clovis Avenue Sanitarium. The house was built in the early 1920s by the Anderotti family. It was then later lost in the Depression. After that, it was purchased to build the Clovis Avenue Sanitarium. Many were housed here. Many people died. We are here exploring and trying to find out what happened here at the Clovis Avenue Sanitarium, the future home of the Wolfe Manor Hotel. Many people have claimed there is paranormal activity located here at the Wolfe Manor Hotel site. On a previous episode, we have shown you evidence that there is paranormal activity. In tonight's episode, we are digging even deeper, and we are trying to find out who is in this house. What are their names? We will communicate with them. We want to make sure they are going to communicate with us, and they do. When I first purchased this property, I didn't know it was haunted. To be honest with you, I didn't believe in any of this until I personally started having experiences. I then realized the draw that people want to come into the Wolfe Manor. I have had the privilege of showing different people throughout my mansion. Little did we know, they were past employees of the Clovis Sanitarium. And they got to explain some of the truths and experiences that they had while they worked here at the Clovis Sanitarium. And when you worked here, this was a storage room.
Right. We had shelves that run this way.
Okay.
We also had refrigerators and deep freeze in here.
So this was like a big pantry,
Right,
more or less, huh?
right.
Now, what was upstairs where all the bedrooms were when you worked here?
Upstairs?
Yeah, upstairs.
Nobody ever went up there because they weren't able to, footage-wise, they couldn't. They would stumble or fall.
Sure, going up and down the staircase. Okay.
Now, this was a kitchen itself.
So you were in here a lot.
Yes. And this was where we stored some foods, but not that many.
And then, did you guys use this
That
room?
is where the dirty dishes,
Okay.
the carts would come up, back up, and the dishwasher would take each tray and clean it, wash it, put it through the dishwasher. This is the hospital wing, and most of the time it was completely full. I think we had around 54 residents here. And this was the nurse's station
Okay.
where they passed out the meds and things like that.
Okay.
And usually they put the patients that was the sickest closest to the nurse's station so they could watch them.
So probably a lot of the patients walked around here with walkers.
Oh yes, wheelchairs.
Lots of wheelchairs. So yeah, it's just amazing. I wish I could see what you saw back then, you know? Because obviously you can visualize the nurses walking back and forth, going from room to room,
yes.
helping patients walking up and down the hallways.
Well, and they'd sit out in the hall and
Mhm.
chit-chat with each other, and or they could go up and sit in the dining rooms,
Okay.
and they'd have entertainment for them. We
Okay.
had local people that would come in, play the piano, and then they'd get them to singing and just doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I don't remember them doing any crafts or anything like that, like a lot of them do today.
Okay.
But, no, they had people that would come and entertain.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mr. Austin, Glenn Austin, used to come when I worked here.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of my neighbors, and he loved to come and do it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So he played the piano?
he played piano, and
Okay.
he knew all the old songs and
Nice.
everything, so he really enjoyed coming.
Good. I'm sure the patients really appreciated that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did you do when you were here?
I was a certified nursing assistant.
Certified nursing assistant. So you helped the patients.
Correct. I'm not too sure, but it was the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay. And so when you were here, what was the name of the facility?
Clovis Nursing Home.
Clovis Nursing Home.
Correct.
Okay. And from what I understand, you worked here only for about a month.
Correct. That's about all I could handle.
That's all you could handle.
Yes.
Would you say you're a sensitive person, not meaning emotionally, but are you sensitive meaning with the paranormal, if you believe in any of that?
I wasn't into it too much.
Mhm.
I'm not really sensitive, I guess
Okay.
I could say, but after working here for a month, ended that.
That was enough.
That was enough.
Yep.
I worked the night shift, and that was just I told him that between trying to take care of the residents, and we had some real sick residents,
Mm-hmm.
and having to deal with all this extra activity, I couldn't deal with it anymore.
You said there was extra activity, and so you mainly worked in the hospital wing in the back of this building.
Yes.
Okay.
That was our major point.
Okay.
They'd have to come up here, up the ramp, to the wheelchairs were all lined up in the section back here.
Oh, so they housed wheelchairs up
We
here.
had the wheelchairs up here, and we would have to come up, and the stairs out there that were going up, well, lights would flicker on and off, and the door would open and shut, and yet there's nobody there. That's one of the incidents.
Sure. And so that was in this hallway right out here?
Correct.
What else do you remember?
Oh, it never ceased to fail. More than once a week, the alarms would go off at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. The fire doors would shut, and the fire department had to come out.
Mm-hmm.
We'd go through the whole house, and there'd be nothing. And they were not very happy about it, but they
They
did
had
have
to.
to come out. Yeah, that would go on so many times.
Really?
And there was only 4 of us working at night at that particular time. The nurse and myself and 2 other aides, and we were all down on the floor.
Yeah.
So, those things happen.
Sure.
It was-
So while you were down in the hospital wing, this was all it was dark up here in the mansion?
Yes, we did have a light we turned on, and we
Okay.
could come up, to get the wheelchairs, because we had to wash the wheelchairs in the bathroom down there.
Okay. And so you probably didn't like coming up here.
No,
No.
not at all. Not at all.
Is there a story I heard that something about the smells from the kitchen?
Yes, we were, about 3 or 4 times we would be sitting at the nurse's station or working on the floor. We could smell bacon or food cooking in the kitchen, be totally dark in the middle of the night, and there'd be food cooking. That's what we smelled.
Wow.
And
So who was cooking the food?
have no idea.
So you would come up and investigate?
The first time we did, we made sure the doors were locked.
Okay.
Everything was locked up. It was all totally dark, and we didn't
Okay.
have a key to go in there. At least that's what I was told. There was no key to go in there.
Right.
And there was nobody in there.
Nobody in there.
No,
And you
just-
could you hear anybody?
You could hear like dishes rattling and again smelling the food cooking, and yet there was nobody there.
Wow.
It was just, and we did eat one time in the break room,
Mhm.
and while we were sitting there, the doorknob turned and the door started shaking, and it's been so many years, but somehow I think it goes down into the basement, if
Okay.
I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
In the basement, I wouldn't even go near the basement.
didn't like
The
the
others did, and I've heard stories about it. I wouldn't even go near the basement at all.
Wow.
gone to the laundry room when the laundry room used to be out in the back there. We'd have to go out at night and do the laundry. You stand there and you see a man looking out the window upstairs on the 3rd floor out at us watching us.
Really?
And there's one other incident that I had to deal with was where the ice machine used to be. I don't know if it's still there.
It's not there, but I remember it's in the new wing down in the back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, well, the hospital wing, there was a section off where the ice machine was, a door that you had to lock. I would lock that door, and I'd go back and be unlocked. And I'd lock that door again, go back and be unlocked. Finally, one day, close to the end of the month, this is why I left.
Yeah.
I locked the door, walked a few steps, turned around, and this man came through and headed for the basement, disappeared. And that's when I left. I couldn't deal with it.
Really?
That's my extent of the incidents.
Do you remember what the man looked like?
No.
No.
It shocked me, so I could see the form, the outline, but that was it. That was
it.
That was the end of it. I said, I can't deal with this anymore, and I did leave. I went to another facility.
And these are the doors that would shut automatically when the fire alarm would go off for no reason?
Yes.
So these would,
Shut.
everything would slam?
Slam, and then I'm pretty sure that door up there,
There used to be a door up there, yes.
that one you opened, or if going back, I'm pretty sure that one would close too.
Okay.
It was a big door, if I remember right. Well, you know how it sounds when those big fire doors slam shut,
Right.
you know, at 2 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
A lot of times we'd be in the rooms,
And the door
because
would
we had to
shut.
have them make rounds every 2 hours. Or
Right.
some residents would have to be every hour, so we would have to make rounds. We'd be in the room, and
Sure.
boom, the alarm would go off, the slamming of those fire doors, and off we go.
Oh, no.
One lady, the family dropped her off and never came back for her, and she did a lot of screaming.
Really?
Dropped her off. I don't remember her name, but I can see her, still see her, because I remember how heartbroken she was, you know, devastated and everything. But
Wow.
they just brought her down to this room and said, "Oh, we'll be back for you," and off they went and never came back. Never heard from her.
And it was a room right up here?
Yeah, just in that last.
The very first room down there?
Yeah.
I got involved with Wolfe Manor approximately 3 years ago. I met Todd Wolfe and became interested in the house. I started doing the historic research and quickly discovered that it had a very interesting past. It seemed like the deeper and deeper I dug, the deeper and deeper the rabbit hole got. One mystery would get solved just to open up another mystery. It was like peeling an onion. Every layer had another layer beneath it, and we're still discovering things today. We are fortunate enough that we have people come forward and talk to us. They've had experiences with the Wolfe Manor or the Clovis Sanitarium. We've had employees come and talk to us. A very brief history of the house. The house was built in 1922 as a private residence. It went through a few transformations. It became a sanitarium in 1935, and then was purchased again and became the Clovis Avenue Sanitarium in 1942. But we've had folks born in the house, and certainly many, many people passed away in the house. We get many, many people that come forward who have personal experiences from the house, and as we've been growing in popularity, I'm sure you've seen us on Ghost Hunters and various TV programs, people have come forward and shared their information. This has been one of the greatest wealths of information we've had. Eyewitness accounts, people who can attest to some of the strange things that have happened here while it was running.
I met Todd Wolfe on a tour here at his house on Halloween night. Shortly after that, I met Terry. We became close friends. I soon became a tour guide myself. I've been having the opportunity to build a relationship with Terry and Todd and this beautiful house behind me. My life has never been the same since. I began coming here every day, then once a week, and soon things start happening to me. People said that they were afraid to come into the house alone. I didn't understand that. Now, I never go in this house by myself. You never feel alone when you first walk in the doors of the Wolfe Manor.
When I first purchased the property, there was a hospital wing located right back here. It was over 10,000 square feet, 17 bedrooms that housed the patients. Right behind me is what we call the portal. This wall right here used to be the old walkway, a ramp that took the patients from the lower part of the hospital wing up to the mansion itself. This was all taken down for the hotel project. To start the renovation process, the construction crew was called in. The demolition had to start. This hospital wing in the back was torn down, smashed, and taken away. Right here, I am standing where the hospital wing used to be. We took it all down, demolished it, we hauled it away. But first, we made sure that the spirits were safe and secure. Donna Raymond came and worked with them. The construction crew was out here working, smashing the cement, all to find out there was something buried underneath, something that we can't explain. It was a bunker. It was some kind of a building. Was it a hiding place? We don't know. It was approximately 15 by 15. Cement walls right in this area.
When the hospital wing of the mansion was torn down, there was a discovery made behind the mansion, and it actually appeared to be a bunker. It was a large brick room, and what was odd about it, it was very deep. It was probably a good 12 feet down. We were trying to figure out what the purpose of this room was.
We dug down to find a door that was facing the west. Where did the door go? We don't know.
It could have been a fallout shelter, but I don't think so, because it wasn't lead line or it wasn't really reinforced.
Children's toys were found, bottles, miscellaneous items from the house. We don't know what it is. We don't know what they used it for.
Maybe it was a place to hide things. There are rumors that this house served as a brothel for a couple of years before it became the sanitarium. And we wonder if it was a room to hide in. We're not really sure, but that is one of the biggest mysteries of the house.
I am so excited. Gail Masters. I just got goosebumps saying your name, actually. In all honesty, it's just, it's amazing that you're here, and it's knowing that you were born in this house, walking through this house with you. And I want you to take me back to the day when we were having the estate sale. And you walked up with this piece of paper, and I've described that moment to many people. And I don't know why I'm getting choked up. It's kind of weird. So you go ahead and tell me what happened that day when you walked up to this house.
Been told that's where I was born, and I said I want to see it before it's gone. And so I brought my birth certificate. They're not going to believe me. You know, you figure when you walk up to somebody and say, "Oh, I was born here," so they're going to go, "Yeah, right." But anyway, I brought my birth certificate. You looked at it and said, "Come on in."
Yeah.
So you took me through it, and it was kind of emotional. Took me to the room where they said I probably was born in.
Wow.
And that was pretty emotional. And because my mom is gone now, and she never spoke much about this place. You know, she just told me that's where you were born. And I never realized until I looked at my birth certificate where it said Clovis Sanitarium.
Yeah.
And then lights went on and I went, okay, that's okay. Why was my mom here? And then that's when she told me at the time it was the only hospital that was here. And so that's why my family all lived here in Clovis. I was raised in Clovis.
Now, which room do you think that they actually had your birth?
Well, I believe
was it upstairs?
They showed me it was no, it was the solarium.
Okay.
Downstairs, I believe, off in the corner over there. There was a lady here that was a nurse that had worked here. Okay. That you knew that day, remember? Okay. And she took me in there and she said, more than likely, this is where you were probably born, in this room. Nobody spoke about when I was born.
Right. Because right now we're in one of the bedrooms. So this is upstairs. You know, did they have birth downstairs in the birthing room or something, and then they had to, you know, come up here in a bedroom? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, this
That's
could
why
be
we were trying to find the doctor or the administrator here. Thought maybe somebody would, but they may not be here either. That's a long time ago.
Absolutely.
So. This is the birth certificate that they say that is a complimentary thing that the hospital give you. And this one here says I was born on May the 30th, 1951 at 11:56 in the morning. And a couple of, it's been about 6 months or more ago, I had some problem with my driver's license, so they needed to see a birth certificate. I said, oh, okay. So I went down and got a birth certificate from the Hall of Records. And it says I was born on the 31st. And I went, oh, my whole life just changed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all of a sudden I just did a spin. I'm going, wait, I've celebrated my birthday on the 30th of May all my life, and you can't change it now.
Right.
You're going to mess up my whole psyche here.
Right.
You know, you're going to mess it all up. But that's what they're saying, that the Hall of Records say I was born on the 31st, and my mother and family has said I was born on the 30th all my life.
So which one are you going to take?
I'm going to take both.
There you go.
I'm just going to be
But that means
celebrating
you'll
both.
have 2 birthdays, so you'll have 2 years per year.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. Gotta think about that. No, can't do that. No, just let me have one day. I just...
Keep the same birthday.
I would like to keep the same birthday, but my daughter says now that they found out it was the 31st, I have to do it on the 31st, but I don't think I do.
I am so happy you came here to visit us.
I am
This
so
has been
glad
great.
that you called.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yes.
It was amazing. After our first show aired, the phone calls I got, the emails, and it just shocked me. I could not believe the people locally that have wanted to contact me, that were so happy finally to learn about the history of this place and wanting more. I was quite overwhelmed, you know, walking the streets, going to stores, people recognizing me, and again, the enthusiasm and the curiosity over this property in the past is just astounding. I go to the grocery store, I go somewhere, and people are like, you're Todd Wolfe, you're the Wolfe Manor, and they're looking forward to learning about the history, and that's what we're doing.
Some of the spirits that roam the Wolfe Manor are not nameless, but remain faceless. Names like George and Emily. One name stands out above all the rest, and it's Mary. Mary is loving, and she's caring. She may have been a nurse, or perhaps a visitor here at the Wolfe Manor when it was the Clovis Avenue Sanitarium. Up in Mary's room, you don't feel threatened, but you do feel like you're not alone.
People often ask us how many spirits are in the house, and in the beginning we tried to put a handle on it. We tried to count them, and every time we thought we had an idea of how many entities were in the house, we get proven wrong again. So many people made the transition here at Wolfe Manor that it's a distinct possibility that there are literally hundreds or thousands of different entities that come and go, and some of them stay. Some of them are a little more prominent, and one of those is Mary. We have an entity who's called Mary, and she's in one of the upper patient rooms. Mary has been one of the most consistent spirits that makes contact with us as investigators and visitors to the mansion.
We've had many people talk about Mary. Many people identify and have communicated with Mary. Again, going back in time, this was a beautiful mansion's bedroom, to where it then became a sanitarium room, where it housed 2 patients. There used to be 2 lights on the walls, where there used to be 2 patients pretty much all time. I've had a lot of experiences here. We've had a lot of psychics and sensitives come in here, and they all tell me the same story. They tell me something is living in here by the name of Mary. There's been 2 different instances where someone from Northern California came in, and when they came in this room, they instantly said, Todd, there's somebody in here, and her name is Mary. There's a strong feeling from this person picking this energy up, and they said, Todd, we're getting a strong feeling that she wants us to tell you that her name is Mary. Another lady came in, a sensitive, from the Southern California area. When she came in, she walked around this room, and she said, Todd, she said, there's someone in the closet area over here, and she has a strong feeling, and she's pushing me to tell you that her name is Mary, and she wants you to know she's here. She's an older woman, gray hair, and for some reason she wants you to know not to mess with her furniture. This is the only bedroom in the mansion that is fully furnished. Since I've owned the house, I have never taken out this furniture. and until it's going to become a hotel, and before it's going to be renovated, all of this furniture has to come out. So God only knows what's going to happen when we do that.
Mary Kennedy, born 1892, died 1978 at the Clovis Sanitarium. These are just a sample of some of the records that we were able to get a hold of and research. And they've been a great tool in researching the history and the paranormal activity at the Wolfe Manor. The wonderful thing about having all this history and all these records to go over is that in many cases they actually coincide with information we get from psychics such as Donna Raymond. We had an instance where a psychic came through the house and she kept getting a feeling of being followed by a woman in a lime green wheelchair upstairs. And she also took issue with our belief that the tugging sensation felt on some guest's pants upstairs we thought it was a child. And she told us that it was actually this woman in a lime green wheelchair tugging on people's pants from where she was at on the wheelchair to get your attention. And then we found a medical file, and it documented the patient stay of a woman. And when she passed away, among her possessions listed in the file were various clothing articles, dentures, and a lime green wheelchair. Mary Kennedy was first experienced by psychic Donna Raymond when she came to investigate the Wolfe Manor for the first time a number of years ago. And since that time, other people, psychic and not, have also experienced a woman named Mary, heard the name, smelled the smell of roses. They all have these things in common, and we found Mary's file. Mary Kennedy was born in 1892. She was in the Clovis Sanitarium, and she died in 1978. Some describe her as a grandmotherly feeling, a comfortable feeling, almost a welcome feeling. Others describe a recluse, wants to be left alone. A run-of-the-mill patient file, medications, articles of her clothing, and finally, in the end, her date of death. And next of kin notices, body removal permits. Is this the Mary we're experiencing? Who is Mary Kennedy? Who is she? Who is she to the Wolfe Manor? Tonight we're going to find out. Okay, they totally left me in here by myself. Okay guys, that was not planned. I'm not cool with this. I'm totally not cool with this. This sucks. I'm not doing this by myself next week.
One night during an investigation, Terry Campbell went back up into Mary's room to gather all of his equipment. He had a camera in his hand and he swept the room, not realizing that he had caught something on camera. It's small, it's sinewy, and it's childlike. After reviewing the footage of the Manbaby, we've enhanced it, we've blown it up, and we've looked at it. It seems to be that of a small figure hunched over with its head down and its arms stretched outward. Is it sad? Is it looking for something? Was it ever human? Since the release of the footage of the Manbaby, we've had hundreds, perhaps thousands of requests to come to the Wolfe Manor Hotel, perhaps to see Mary and George and possibly capture the Manbaby. The Manbaby has become iconic, and when people think of the Wolfe Manor, they think of the Manbaby, and vice versa.
We are lucky enough to have records that were left behind of many of the patients, hundreds of them. And in researching, one patient in particular came up, and her name was Mary Kennedy. We are pretty certain this is the Mary that haunts the upper floors of the mansion. So in doing research, we've read as much about her as we can, and we made an attempt to really go in there and get a hold of Mary.
In the past, we have worked with Donna Raymond, and she is one of our sensitives that has been to this house many times. She has mentioned so many different names of spirits that she believes resides here at the Wolfe Manor.
My technique for tonight is basically what I usually do, which is to go in and get a feel for the place and see who's where, who's in the house and who's not, who's coming forward to talk to me, because they don't all come to talk to me. So it's me going in and getting a feel for who's where, what's their name, if they're new or if I've seen them before, and then just to basically talk to them and say out loud to everybody what's going on, what's their feeling, why are they still here. Sometimes I get memories of places, so it's basically just verbalizing what I'm getting in my head, and that's what I do. I don't really use any kind of tools. I used to use rods, but I don't use those anymore, so it's basically me just talking and saying what I'm getting. Now there's somebody right here. Like they're all wandering. Oh, they're all wandering the halls. This person's got a walker, sort of, what I'm seeing. Wants to know if it's lunch, dinner, lunch. Wants to know if it's lunchtime. An older man. Reggie? Again, like this radiating little bit of cold, which is, it's not cold in here. And again, touching. I'm being touched, not tapped or anything, just like these little things going across me. Trying to get my attention. Wow, this is intense. Are you here, sweetie? Do you remember me from before? Hi, sweetie. Are you here? So she's sitting here in this chair. You haven't been here in a while. It's been very quiet. She misses the sound. She misses the people. It's been very quiet. She likes the people. She doesn't like yelling, but she misses the people who come and talk to her.
She's sitting right there, you think?
Yeah. She misses people who talk to her, not yell and get all crazy in here, but who talk to her. She misses the contact. She's sitting in the chair here. It's good to see you, sweetie. It's always good seeing you. Yeah, we're gonna walk around some more, okay? We'll come back after a while. She misses the boys, she says.
The boy?
The boys.
Boys.
You guys. She misses the boys. She misses the boys.
These boys?
The boys.
That's the boys.
Yeah. To her, your boys. She misses the boys. Okay, sweetie, we're gonna walk some more. I'm just gonna go see who else is walking around.
One of the spirits Donna has named is Anna. She says Anna resides here in the mansion. The amazing thing is that we have communicated with her. We did an experiment that frightened all of us. Terry and I and Scott all were uncomfortable when we communicated with Anna, or when Anna communicated with us.
There's a woman here, and she's crouched down, and she's scared. She's hiding. She's got dark hair. She's facing the wall. She's down farther, like this. She's over here. She's looking down, and she's looking, and she's afraid. She's afraid to talk. She's afraid to talk to you because she thinks she's going to be abused. She thinks she's going to be hurt. She doesn't want to be here. Can you help her get home? Can you stop them, please? Can you stop them, please? Somebody's got to stop them. Nobody understands. Stop them, please. Shh. Okay. Shh. Okay. It's okay. Can you stop them, please? Because they keep hurting us. Nobody knows, nobody helps us. Nobody comes and helps us. You keep coming here, but you don't help us. Why? Why don't you help us? You just come here and you walk around and you don't hear me. I'm here. Can you help me, please? I just want to go home. I don't belong here. Okay, that's this woman. Oh, poor baby.
Can she hear us?
Yes.
We would like to let her know that we love her.
Oh, you talk to her? Because you don't talk to her.
Sweetie, we didn't know you were there. You do not have to be afraid of us or our crew or this funny equipment. It's the year 2009. We have all kinds of strange things with us. We love you, and we want you to know we're like family. Anna. We want you to know, Anna, that we're like family to you. Do not be afraid. The bad people are gone.
They make me sick. They give me stuff. They make me sick.
We are not going to give you anything anymore. We're not going to give you any more poisons or anything like that.
Can I go home?
You can leave anytime you want, sweetie.
No, you need to take me home. I can't go. Can you help me get home?
I will have Donna help you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Please talk to me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, please.
You can come with us, please.
No. She's up there.
Okay.
She's up there. Okay. Stay there, sweetie. We'll come back.
I am downstairs in the mansion. This is what we call the sunroom. This corner right here is where Donna Raymond, one of our psychics, has talked about an entity named Anna. Scott and I and Terry have done an experiment in here to where she has actually communicated with us. It is an amazing experiment.
Anna, don't be afraid.
I'm much braver with you guys here.
Oh my God.
These men are tall.
I'm not.
Thank you.
No.
Okay. Thank you very much, Anna.
No way.
This house
No way.
is haunted. Okay? We're really glad you turned the light on.
Thank you.
Go back on and off, and that's how we can communicate. If you turn the light on and off to let us know you're here. So go ahead and touch it again to turn it off.
Oh my
Thank you.
God. Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm freaking out too. I'm sorry.
I would like, that's really good validation. Thank you very much. For some reason, I'm not scared of this.
In the past, I've always been a skeptic, not believing in this. And I know there's a lot of people that don't, and that's okay. But with all my experiences, when I step foot on here, this property, doing an investigation where I'm quiet, listening to the house, let whatever energy wants to contact me, show me its presence, communicate however they can. I think that's how I'm here, and I think they know that. I think they're finally comfortable with me over all these years. Mary? It's Todd. I'm the owner of the house. Mary? This is Todd. Hi, Mary. Mary, it's Todd. Honey. Hi, honey. Hi, Mary. I'm here to communicate with you. How have you been?
I'm not getting up. All I'm doing is staring at these doors. Right there, 2 doors. And the door on the left is the door that I saw. Oh my God, it's so weird telling these stories by myself. There's a complete black figure standing right in that doorway on the left-hand side. That's the original doorway into Mary's room. The door on the right was added later. That was an emergency door on the right-hand side they added to go out to this door right here. And they made a small hallway, and you could see the ceiling. See the two different colors? There used to be a wall right there. And so on the right-hand side was a door that went out to the hallway. So the original door is on the left. For the hotel, that right door will be closed up, and there'll just be the original door. That doorway right there is the door where I saw a full-blown, like a black entity standing there. I could see between, I think that's them. A complete entity standing there, and that entity rushed me, and it came right up to this wall right here. Yeah, I'm upstairs. I'm up here in Mary's room. I'm kind of sitting here in the corner waiting for you guys. I didn't want to get up.
So should we try to entice and we'll move to our experiment? You okay, Todd?
Yeah.
You okay, Terry?
Yeah.
This is Scott.
Todd?
Terry?
We'd like you to give us a sign of your presence. You, could have been that fast.
What?
This is Scott.
Todd? Terry?
Terry.
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the...
This is Scott.
Todd?
Terry?
Can you show us a sign? This is Scott.
Todd?
Terry?
Can you show us a sign of your presence?
Louder?
I am a church mouse.
Who hasn't been to church? Really?
No, you said that day when we went.
Okay.
I'm fine with
What would be a
whatever.
common phrase that you'd say during the sanitarium years? That somebody would say to get the interest out of people? Dinner, breakfast, your family's here. Something not cruel. I mean, what can we use for enticing? We'll morph the voice on it. Mommy? Ooh, that's it. Want to try that?
Sure.
Mommy?
Mommy? Mommy? Mommy?
There. That's like a teenage boy. That's not like a really fat teenage boy. Okay, camera just went off.
Mommy? Mommy? Mommy?
Thanks for the move behind you.
Mommy?
Lower.
Mommy? Mommy? Mommy?
That's creepy.
Flashlight went on. That's up. Flashlight went back off. Have you messing with my flashlight around my neck? Look. Can you make it go back on?
Mommy? Mommy? Mommy?
It's pitch dark in here.
Yeah, I can't see a thing. It's like really dark in here.
Which way am I facing?
You're let go left. I can see you through the viewfinder on this thing. Dude, I don't like this. What? No, what?
Flashlight went on.
Did it went off? Did it go off? It just went
Yeah.
off. Okay, wait, hang.
Standing still. Please touch it. Whoa, right on the side of my face. Can you get the flashlight on my face?
Yeah.
If you're in here, we mean you no disrespect. If you're the mommy in question that we're calling, we are not your son, but we are here to help you if we can. If you can give us some sort of sign. Todd is in the other room. I'm Scott.
Terry.
And we're here to help.
Mommy. 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 Mommy.
Terry and I started using a device called the VMU. It's a voice modifying unit. We're 3 grown men. We have 3 grown men voices. We started to entice the spirits of the house here with possibly a woman's voice or a child's voice. So we altered our voice or modified it to sound like a child. Going through the house, we ended up in George's room.
Dude, I can't see a thing.
There's a wall right here. Terry, I've never done something so scary in my life.
Dude,
in this house.
it's pitch black, and I feel like there's something behind me. It smells like old person in here. Oh, Jesus, dude. What?
Straight ahead, straight ahead.
I'm looking. I heard that.
Okay, we're not here to... I'm scared, Terry.
Dude, I got my back up against this wall. I'm not happy about this. Dude, what?
These curtains are... Oh.
There we go.
I thought you just got kissed.
You got kissed?
We heard a shuffle in the corner of one of the rooms. I laid down on the floor and it felt like I'd got a kiss on the face. I thought it might have been the drapes. Could it have been a child? Could it have been our loving Mary Kennedy?
Was that you? Was that you?
Tell me you just breathed.
Dude, was that you? Dude, I'm out of here. Dude, that was... Flashlights on. Dude, that was you. Tell me that was you.
Flashlight went off.
They're like... Shh. Is that you? Is that you?
Something drew us to the second floor. Was it Mary Kennedy? Was it Todd's relationship with Mary Kennedy? Arriving on the second floor, it seemed to come alive. The whole house seemed to come alive. With moans, and whistles, and whispers, and touching. Todd!
Todd, you gotta get this.
Do you have a recorder? What was I doing?
I thought that was you. Okay, back up. Do me a favor. Back up this way. Come towards the sound of my voice. More. Okay.
Cue lights. Check this out. Okay, yeah, your viewfinders are closed. Watch this. Hold on.
What?
Flashlight. We need to record that.
Here's K2.
The K2 meter is a device used to measure electromagnetic fields. That night on the second floor, we were getting spikes. Was it someone trying to communicate with us? What button? Oh, only working.
Dude. I'm gonna be able to something here. Get hiding.
Okay. Come on, on the floor, right?
What's that?
No. Okay, you got something. Let's get away from it.
Here, it's, no, it's like it's almost. Okay.
For the record, it's pitch dark here.
I'm freaking out. What was that?
It's Todd.
No, I'm leaning up against this wall.
Do you need a doctor or a nurse or to speak with your family? We could bring you a phone. Whoa. Did you hear that? It was like the house is creaking or something. You hear that? What?
Put the camera down the hallway for a minute.
Do you want us to bring a phone so you can talk to your family?
How is it around here?
Are you doing EVPs?
No, I haven't started it yet.
Okay.
You know, you see, standing in this room here, you forget that somebody got killed in here.
Oh, Lord.
This is one of the murder rooms. Well, you know that, right?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Listen, though, this is one of the rooms where one of the patient-to-patient murders happened.
Why would the patient kill the patient?
It was just, they were out of their minds. They were violent. Remember, the violent ones were in here.
And where'd we hear this information from?
From a nurse that worked here. She worked here in about 1974. And, she called and she was telling me stories about the place. And she's one of the people that told us about the understaffing. That they had about 22 patients to a nurse. Well, there were 2 murders. One of them happened in here. And there wasn't a nurse. Wow. Did you see a flash of light over there?
No, it was your flashlight, right?
No, it's off.
All of our flashlights are off.
Keep talking, Terry. We like you.
So anyway, when no one was looking, one patient didn't like another one. Reached over and strangled him.
Do you like Terry's story or do you not like Terry's story? Or has he got his facts wrong? Can you come and tell us?
Is my story true? We'd like to know. That's what I heard.
Hurt your stomach?
No. I thought that was your stomach growling.
George?
What's your name?
Todd's back in here tonight. We know you like Todd. Tell me you hear that.
What'd you hear?
Just something in the master bedroom.
I saw something fly across the screen again.
Did you say smelly?
Todd's back in here again and he wants to,
Gary, something
What
went
do you do, Todd? Make it sound
something went across the screen again.
Right here?
Right across the doorway.
Okay. Hi. Hello? Okay, you know what? Is your stomach messing with you?
Yeah, I don't feel good.
Okay, we think you might be here.
Think?
Based on the way my stomach feels right now,
Yeah.
You're definitely here. Can you just muster up all your energy and say something?
keep going, Terry.
Dig real deep. And tell us your name. Who whistled? Who whistled?
That's Todd, Terry. Tell me you whistled.
No.
Tell me you whistled right now. Came from in the master bedroom. We heard a whistle. It's not uncommon to hear a whistle here at the Wolfe Manor. We heard a whistle. Terry and I look at each other. Who whistled? Todd, did you whistle? Terry, did you whistle? It seemed to have come from the master bedroom. Terry said it came from the other end of the house.
Who whistled? Who whistled?
That's Todd, Terry. Tell me you whistled.
No. You heard it too?
After we have been on so many national television shows, with the Clovis Sanitarium Wolfe Manor Hotel property being featured, It has been amazing. The emails, the requests for hotel stays. We get on an average of 4,000 hits on the website after one of the television shows have shown one of their episodes of the Haunted Wolfe Manor. People are amazed because of the activity. So on a regular basis, I get phone calls. I have people showing up to the property, wanting to come in, wanting to do an investigation.
We're down in the basement, and this is the main part of the basement, and I guess you guys want to do this where?
In the pink room. I think the pink room's best.
Because that's where we've had a lot of activity, and
Siren.
see, isn't that funny? I always feel like every time we're in this mansion, sirens.
No, every time we're in this basement.
Yeah, you're right. We've been down here many times, and there's sirens.
So, do you think that the siren's going by because so many of them were used to pick up the patients, that possibly the siren may, pardon the expression, provoke, entice?
This was music to their ears.
Are you
God, somebody
get out of
help
here?
Yeah.
God, somebody help
We
me.
know the ambulance drivers would come here and take them out of here occasionally to go to the bigger hospitals.
But not for sometimes days, right? Did you see that?
Your light just turned on by itself.
Just went off again.
Great.
Something like your flashlight. This is not a good
That's what
sign.
a $100 flashlight looks like, you guys. Just want to let you know.
That was $100. Are you kidding? Hold still. Okay, was it a gift?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna talk smack about it. $100.
Todd, would you mind grabbing the safety box? Not. Whoa! Hello! Is this an elevator full of people we're pushing into?
Okay, it's way cold in here. Thank you. Holy crud. Usually it's a little warmer down here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great. Try to do that equipment, right? Tonight the experiment will be here in the makeshift morgue, or the pink room here at the Wolfe Manor. Todd will be placed on an inversion table. His hearing and his eyesight will be cut off. Deprived input, or sensory deprivation, has been used for years for testing subjects for altered states of consciousness. By removing two of the senses, like seeing or hearing, it may enhance other senses, like the sense to touch or feel. By altering Todd Wolfe's senses, we may be able to enhance the sixth sense, the communication with the other side. He may be able to receive, communicate, or perhaps feel the entities of this house.
Scott designed a contraption designed to isolate you, all your senses, no hearing, no sight, no tactile feeling with anything around you. It was to suspend you in a room so you could completely and totally experience the paranormal should it occur to you.
If the experiment works tonight, Todd Wolfe may be able to gain access to history or perhaps information of what happened here at the Wolfe Manor Hotel. Letting everybody know this is an inversion table. The experiment we're going to try tonight is a sensory deprivation experiment. Sometimes your senses are, when senses are deprived, hearing, seeing, or you're sick, or you're ill, or you've done repetitive motion, or something where it's misinterpreted as paranormal. Somebody that's maybe blindfolded, or have their hearing cut off, or their feeling cut off, they feel lightheaded, and it causes an altered state of consciousness.
What the hell was that? I'm serious. What?
Check it out. That was the entire.
Okay, I did that.
You're jumpy tonight, Scott.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It sounded like the whole house moaned. Sorry. I'm gonna make the noise again. That it sounded like that, okay?
It was lower than that. Dude, a whale was gonna come. Shh. What was that?
That's all we need now.
That wasn't even close to human.
No, it was all around the house.
It was like a.
It really kind of startled me.
Dude, I've been coming here for years, and I have never heard a sound like that.
Okay.
Todd, you have? You?
No. Okay, wait. So I don't understand quite what we're going to do.
Okay.
So explain it to me like I'm 3.
Okay. if this isn't a theory, it's also known fact that people that are either ill, or they've done repetitive action, or they're missing one of their senses, hearing, seeing, smelling, perhaps feeling. It's that bad. It'll cause an altered state of consciousness. There's been movies like Altered States where they do, where the guy did this thing in the float chamber where he cut off his oxygen, everything around him. Okay, so his mind started to wander. So a lot of people think that they're getting paranormal activity just because they're hearing or they're seeing or something's cut off. So tonight I'd like to do is we'd like to put Todd Wolfe here on this inversion table, okay? Get him really nice and comfortable, really calm. Okay, we'd like to cut off his seeing and we'd like to cut off his hearing.
And how are you going to cut off my seeing? Just by having no lights down your
I
eyes?
have a nice cashmere blindfold for you. And I have, yes I do. And then I have, we have a pair of headphones. Did you hear that?
Dude, okay, I don't care this big. I don't care. Screw the show. Okay, seriously. When you were talking about a minute ago, you see your foot. Dude, I'm serious.
Okay, I am not repeating it again.
I am not. I'm not. Dude. Someone just stepped on my foot. I don't care. Just go out.
We're not.
That freaked me out.
While setting up the experiment, we could actually feel the room begin to change and get colder. And at that time, something stepped on Terry's foot or brushed his leg.
At one point, there was a very solid stomp on my foot to the point where I think I felt angry. I actually grabbed Todd and said something just stepped on my foot. Like,
Terry, what happened? We were explaining the thing and something I'm not, again.
If I just did it to him.
You don't have to shoot, but I understand. Go ahead.
Something just stepped on my. It was like that hard. It was like I would swear it was one of you guys, but you're standing over there.
Okay, this is really making me feel a lot more comfortable. Yeah, let's leave Todd by himself after all this activity.
Todd, you don't have to be by yourself.
Well, you're never by yourself in this house.
I'm so serious.
My hands are freezing.
I'm so dead serious. I'm funny. Okay.
Okay, you guys are going to still stay in the house, so you're going to go upstairs like in the family room?
I think we should stay with
Are you sure about this, dude? I'm serious.
We'll stay with the earshot this time. This time. I don't mean to remind you. Okay, for the folks that don't know Todd, a brief history of Todd left alone on a gurney.
By myself, tied down.
Okay, what happened, sir?
Then I was up there doing some provoking, which is exactly what I was doing, trying to get them to contact me. And they did. They knocked the light ball thing off the wall. And you guys were out in the back field about a long ways away from the house. And I dropped my radio.
And you screamed.
I screamed loud, but this time we're not doing it that way. You guys are not going to be out of this house.
We won't be out of the house. The name that came out that night.
What name was it?
Don Carson.
Really?
Teenage boy.
And it was on that couch. It came. See, why did I start thinking of that?
Don, are you here with us? He's a friendly spirit.
Okay.
But there's something here that doesn't like Don, and it's keeping him here.
I want to ask you again. Are you sure you want to be sure about this?
You guys, this is why we're doing these experiments, and so I'm a total
Somebody
game
has
player.
to do it.
Okay.
Do I want to do it? Am I excited? No.
It's very extreme.
Let's do it.
But I don't think they can hurt me, and therefore I can handle them touching me, talking to me. That doesn't mean I don't get scared. Yes.
Can you sit that angle here? We good here? Where's your chair? Terry, can you just go line up on the feet and I'll hold the back of it. Have you been on one of these before? No. What you want to do is you want to make sure your ankles sit nicely in here, and then you just bring your feet in there. I will hold it back. You will not fall. But there's a safety strap on it, Leo. I'll tell you right now, sir. It won't go past this, okay?
Dawn. Thomas. I cannot see you. I cannot hear you. I'm in the basement alone. I'm holding on to something that you can make the lights blink. I mean you no harm down here, and I'm not afraid of you. We're just trying to figure out a way to communicate with you. Do you feel more comfortable that I can't see you or hear you? Are you making these lights blink on my chest on this little device? You can answer me out loud and I can't hear you. We've heard your voices down here before. Do it now, I dare you to, because my ear muffs are on and I can't hear you. Come on. Tony, are you here? Did you dig this basement out? Tony! Are you guys all standing around staring at me all the way around this room? Thinking I'm a crazy man? Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm crazier than you are. Come on, come over here and touch me. Come over and touch the crazy man. Touch me! You haven't seen crazy yet. You have now met Mr. Crazy. Touch my leg. Come touch Mr. Crazy. This is your big chance. I can't see you and I can't hear you. I'm in a very vulnerable state right now. I'm down in your basement. But this is my basement. This is my basement. You're sitting there staring at me, aren't you? You're staring at me. Who's going to come up and touch me first? Who? Bunch of chickens. We've been hearing you all night upstairs. We heard you downstairs. We've seen you walk into this room with a special camera. Now why don't you come over and touch me? Touch my leg.
Terry and myself were on the second floor during the experiment. We heard something that sounded like screaming coming from the basement. We rushed down here. We approached Todd carefully. Removing his headset and his blindfold, he seemed to be okay.
I am absolutely freezing. Is this how cold you were when you were down here? Did they have a sheet over you? Did they pull a sheet up over your head? Did you have, oh my God. Did you have a toe tag? What did the toe tag say? What was the name? Did it say Thomas? Did it say George? Did it say Mary? Emily? What did the toe tag say? There was writing on the toe tag. Did you see it? Did they have a sheet over your head? What did the toe tag say? Tell me what the toe tag said. Tell me what the toe tag said.
Dude, tap him on the arm, tap him on the arm, tap him on the arm. No, you put the, oh, dude, sorry, I was supposed to tap you. Dude, did you get a scream in here?
We thought we heard you yelling.
We heard yelling.
No.
You all right?
No, I couldn't.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just down here talking. If you guys heard something, I wasn't screaming.
Wolf is up. Hang on a second.
I was not screaming.
Very calm. Dude, we heard
Let's get out of here.
like a boy screaming, or that was you, actually.
No, I was just down here talking, so you guys heard something.
So it was to the vent. We went outside and we thought, you know what, let's just...
Everybody?
All right, I'm out of here. Go ahead and invert it. Sorry, Todd, I didn't mean to mess up your experiment. This is,
Well, maybe it worked.
well, I don't know. It kind of wasn't the way we were going to go with it, but it's fine. Are you all right?
Yeah, I just went to some weird places. You know what I started talking about? I went into a vision of, this was the morgue.
Okay.
This is where they were lying.
All right.
And that made me feel like I was lying there.
Okay.
Like a dead person.
Okay, this is what we're talking about. Sleep
We were talking about
deprivation.
toe tags or something when we walked in.
Again, when someone dies, what do they put on their toe?
Yeah.
A toe tag.
Identification.
Identification tag. So I'm down here, and it's funny that I wasn't even thinking about that too much before. Like when I was upstairs, I was a patient that was alive. You know what I mean? And then now I'm down here. I wasn't putting it all together. I was portraying a dead person.
Okay.
That's where I went.
The experiment was to get you to do an altered state of consciousness. Obviously, you went somewhere that wasn't in the norm. Okay, you went to putting yourself as maybe a person in a morgue or something like that.
Yeah.
Your flashlight just came on again.
Again.
Let's get the hell out of
All right, I'm feeling. You know what?
Yeah.
We'll explain it more later. It scared us, Todd.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know.
We went back to Greeny Day. Can you get your feet out of that?
Yeah, I don't. That's really weird. And I felt like I was a patient. I felt like they pulled a blanket over my head. It felt like, where was my toe tag? What was my name? Was it Emily's name? Was it George's name? Whose name was on the toe tag? Somebody's name was on the toe tag, because they all had toe tags.
Okay, we gotta get him out of here.
So how do they have toe tags?
Okay, we gotta get him out of here. All right.
Slow, Steve, step slow.
Okay, wait, slow down a second. Okay, Terry, Todd, you all right?
That's not good, dude.
They had toe tags.
You're gonna have to bad dreams tonight. Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, they had toe tags
I
though.
heard you. You all right? Hey, dude, he's messed up. Scott. Oh. Sorry. I was. I'm sorry. You all right? Todd? Come on. Todd? Dude. Where is he? Right there. Serious. You all right?
Yeah, but they had like toe tags. Why? That's where they were at. Sit down there in the dark sometime.
No. I don't think that was a good idea.
No, it's
Todd? Todd!
Yeah, spin it off.
a lot of time had elapsed, enough time we think for the experiment to come to fruition, and we went in there, and Todd didn't appear to be in any distress or trouble until we started taking him out of the device, and something wasn't quite right with him. Something wasn't Todd. He kept saying the word toe tag, toe tag, toe tag. And to be honest with you, the way Todd jokes around a lot, and we have a lot of fun here. So at first I thought he was just kidding around. And when it came time to, come on, man, all right, okay, enough of the toe tag, he wouldn't stop. And he headed upstairs. We were going to get him out of the house, and all he kept saying was toe tag, toe tag. I haven't asked him yet what he saw, so I'm very curious and a little concerned about what happened down there. But if I have my say in it, we're not going to try that experiment again.
Terry and myself were up in the heart attack room, and we heard what it sounded like, a young man or a boy screaming. It seemed to ring through the entire house. We rushed down here to the basement, and we found Todd just casually speaking as if he was to another person, to the entities here at the Wolfe Manor.
To me, one of the creepier things that we've done at the Wolfe Manor, the end result was not what we expected. And I'm still really not sure how I feel about it.
The code was to tap him on the arm and then bring him out of it. We pulled the headsets off him and uncovered his eyesight. And I believe it was like waking somebody when they're sleepwalking. It probably wasn't a good idea. And again, another experiment that we've done here at the Wolfe Manor may have been more harmful than helpful.
Scott and I were up in the heart attack room on the 3rd floor. And after a little while, we heard what sounded to us like a scream, a muffled scream from, not a man, it was a child type scream. And again, we thought there was somebody outside of the house, and then we thought, oh God, Todd. And we ran downstairs. When we came downstairs, Todd was in the contraption, and our original intention when we were going to stop the experiment, we were going to walk up and just gently pat him, not to startle him too much. And he was in such a state that we just went ahead and got him out of it. And not real sure about how I feel about that experiment. I'm not sure I ever want to do that again.
I'm Scott Gruenwald.
I'm Todd Wolfe.
We did an experiment here of sensory deprivation deprived input. We used you as a subject. We're logging this for data for future usage. You felt euphoric. Mm-hmm. You felt alone. Were you afraid?
I was not afraid. I felt very peaceful.
So your heart rate was normal or slowed down possibly?
It was slowed down.
You're comfortable?
Mm-hmm. Very comfortable.
Did you see anything under the blindfold?
I couldn't see anything at all. It was just a feeling, and it was a feeling of serenity, peace, quietness, trying to communicate with whoever was here.
So you didn't get, and sometimes in sensory deprivation experiments, they'll get flashes of light or their mind going astray. You pretty much think you were in control at this time?
I don't feel like I was in control. I don't feel, I feel like they were letting me know how they felt. I don't think it was how I felt. It was about feeling safe, feeling lonely. I felt lonely. I felt alone down here by myself, but it wasn't about Scott and Terry were upstairs. It felt like I was on a table, on a gurney, waiting to be picked up alone, in a dark room by myself. And all I could think about was toe tags, and that everyone had a toe tag. Everybody had a name.
They had an identity.
They had an identity.
So with your eyesight and your hearing and possibly the feeling cut off, your body was at a perfect horizontal position.
Correct.
As if a body was sitting on a gurney or someplace waiting for transit. You felt that possibly you may have been sitting in some place they were the they've been there before and they're telling you maybe it's okay.
Correct. I was waiting for transit. I was waiting to be taken away. I was waiting for someone to walk up to me, maybe put a body bag around me to take me out of this basement.
How long did it take you to get over this?
Days. I felt very awkward for days. Peaceful, yet awkward. All I could think about was toe tags. All I could think about is these people had a name, and on that toe tag said their name. Not knowing if they had family, not knowing if anyone was going to go to a funeral, if flowers were going to be sent, if they had money for a funeral, if I was going to be cremated, all of those things. They don't know. They just laid down here and waited to be picked up.
I think possibly we heard a noise down here. We came down here. I think I'm just guessing, we probably came at the right time. Who knows what another 5 minutes would have happened, what it would have done to you, Todd. You're a brave man. We're glad that we got to use you for a subject, and would you do it again?
I wouldn't be afraid to do it, but I would love for someone else to do the next experiment where you can't see or you can't hear, or you're put in a very vulnerable situation.
Altered state of consciousness.
Exactly. Once again, this amazing property never lets us down. Every time we come in here to film, to try to capture what we can, to learn about the past. And slowly but surely, it is revealing itself.
As usual, the wolf didn't disappoint. It led us on another interesting chase. And still not sure how I feel about how tonight went, but I will be back. I'll be back at the Wolfe Manor.
I'm Todd Wolfe, and thank you for watching the Haunted Wolfe Manor Hotel.